A mystery secrecy of Hollywood elites, an arrangement to kill any individual who goes against, and an occurrence that stays unexplained, even a very long time after it's uncovered. When fans originally got insight about Jamie Foxx's unexpected statement, unquote clinical occasion, they expected nothing strange except for basically petitioned God for his recuperation. Yet since he began to recuperate, upsetting bits of gossip are beginning to emerge from the Hollywood structure, from charges that he was deliberately infused with a disorder to dispose of him to gossipy tidbits about him selling out and making his own well-being fall. There is a ton of stuff to be said about Jamie Foxx's as yet puzzling vanishing, and much seriously stressing that this stuff isn't coming from some irregular podcaster. Yet Ice 3D Shape himself, somebody who knows the universe of music, as well as acting and coordinating, and accept me after you've heard all that you will take a gander at those ventures, diversely yet. Before we get into all of that, we should have a little boost for those of you who missed the episode. Back in April, Jamie Foxx's girl Corinne posted an explanation out of the blue that uncovered that the entertainer had out of nowhere been hospitalized for an undisclosed condition. And keeping in mind that she guaranteed everybody that because of speedy activity and extraordinary consideration, the Django Unchained star was at that point en route to recuperation, she finished the declaration by saying that we know how darling he is and value your requests. Now, while everybody's most memorable response was to appeal to God for the unbelievable entertainer, there were many individuals who were upset by the way that his disease was not being uncovered, and the quantity of individuals who are addressing whether there is more going on has just expanded since that underlying declaration. And at the focal point of that gathering is unbelievable rapper Oshie Jackson Sr., all the more generally known as Ice Block. UC Ice 3D Square has been a long-lasting pundit of individuals who oversee Hollywood, a gathering he alludes to as the Statement Club. And during a new digital recording visit, the craftsman has been uncovering things about this club that have shaken the whole business, no doubt, in an as of late transferred section. The craftsman discusses this supposed club, which is comprised of proprietors, makers, entertainers. And as per him, even buyers and these individuals ensure that they have control of every other person, revealing insight into this upsetting reality. The Check Yourself rapper conversed with his crowd, expressing out loud, "Whatever I understood with the club makes them so frantic is the point at which you would rather not be a piece of the club. It annoys them. What club am I referring to? I'm discussing the Club of Watchmen that we as a whole got to manage well as per 3D Shape and others, like him, who have stood in opposition to this mystery ring of regulators. The primary rule of this club is that you mess up the existences of the individuals who don't join this club, that is, perfect individuals who won't be a piece of this clique-like association, are evidently segregated and projected out, and their professions are destroyed." And clearly that is precisely exact thing happened to Jamie Foxx as per Ice Solid Shape and numerous different voices. The Miami Bad Habit co-star's unexpected sickness was not a characteristic sickness by any stretch of the imagination, but rather a planned assault by this mystery club on the craftsman. And it's not hard to perceive how this could be the situation in the event that you accept in the real factors, as some of you would have known at the hour of this occurrence. Foxx was busy shooting his forthcoming film named Back in Real Life, and large numbers of you could likewise realize that the creation for this film was not working out positively, and Foxx was obviously at the focal point, all things considered. As per numerous insider reports, the 55-year-old star definitely disapproved of the manner in which a ton of stuff was occurring during the creation, and he wouldn't hesitate to show it either only sometime before his less-than-ideal episode. The Sun detailed that James had pitched a tremendous fit during the film's shoot, a demonstration that prompted the firing of 4 separate individuals, remembering pretty high-positioning individuals for the business. As per one more report by Page 6, the undertaking power lead struggled with a couple of individuals related with the film And following an especially terrible day, he wound up getting the film's chief maker, as well as two chiefs, and one more significant part, taken out from the venture. And afterward, out of nowhere, James, who was in the prime of his well-being at the time, got hit with a sickness so terrible he needed to leave creation, without as much as an individual proclamation. Now, in the event that you've been focusing, you ought to definitely understand what we are alluding to. You see something Ice Shape frequently discusses while examining this Hollywood club is that these folks could do without it when individuals conflict with them and do their best to control anybody who challenges them. Thus, in the event that you hit on an obvious conclusion, it's not hard to see the reason why numerous industry experts feel that Jamie's unexpected takeoff was not just a direct result of a disease. And regardless of whether it was a disease that probably won't have come to fruition in a completely regular manner, as Ice Block would later agree, while alluding to this occurrence, no one needs to discuss it. That is the insane thing, since all the no one can definitely you realize that is what I'm referring to the Watchmen. No one can discuss it. Since someone above them told them no, as a matter of fact, as per 3D Square, who has been quite a while colleague of Fox's. Jamie had been disapproving of this club for quite a while, and had been on their hit list for quite a long time on the off chance that not years before this entire episode occurred. Now, before we proceed and examine one more renowned occurrence of the club, and 3D Shape's immediate disagreement with them, we might want to give an inquiry to you. What is your take on the circumstance? Was Jamie a survivor of treachery? Or is this all exaggerated promotion? Let us in on in the remarks underneath now. Returning to the current subject, a large number of his long-lasting fans will currently know about the way that this is a long way from the main time that 3D Shape has talked or grumbled about the club. Only several months sooner, the rapper transferred an Instagram video wherein he discussed a comparable circumstance. He had been looking as to huge 3 a ball groove that the craftsman has made by the rapper, besides the fact that his club boycotted by is the club on the grounds that the club isn't in their control. And subsequently, they are attempting to push it down, yet they are focusing on this club, specifically due to Ice Solid Shape's exceptionally open tirades against this club, talking straightforwardly into the association the rapper and celebrated b-ball fan cleared up for his watchers. A club am I looking at discussing the club of guards that we as a whole got to manage. You know what their identity is, and they certainly know what their identity is. And just to spread the word about it, that he isn't the person who is creating superfluous issues, the association pioneer made sense of that he accomplishes need to work with the enormous folks, just he needs it done in a fair way in which everybody has something to do with how stuff goes. Making sense of this, the craftsman said now, many individuals could say like, yet kid, you need to work with the NBA. Truly, I don't give an about working with the NBA. What I maintain that they should do when I express work with us is to quit neutralizing us, quit doing that in the background that we realize you're doing concerning Jamie Foxx. As per most reports, the entertainer is beginning to get better, so anything that might be the case, we trust the entertainer has a quick recuperation, so he might effortlessness the screen again very soon. And if conceivable, so he might reveal some insight into what occurred behind the scene himself. That is all we have for you today. Folks, I genuinely want to believe that you delighted in watching, assuming that you went ahead and like and buy in, and we'll see you all the following time.